Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and today we're going to make a mummy out of one of the wreath forms from Dollar Tree. First thing you're going to do is paint your wreath form white. So you'll need your white painted wreath form. You'll need some of the googly eyes. These are the large ones that are at Dollar Tree, and there's two different kinds. There's this one in another shape. You'll need 3 packages of the creepy cloth, or you can use cheesecloth if you choose. And if you're going to use cheesecloth, I'd get several of those also. I use these bat clips that were available at Dollar Tree. You could use spiders, bats, or whatever you choose. You'll need a glue gun and a pair of scissors. The first thing you're going to do is open up one of your packages of the creepy cloth, and you're going to spread it out and cut it in half. And there's many layers to this, so it takes a little bit to get it all spread out and open fully. And this stuff is very messy to work with, so be prepared to have your vacuum handy to clean up your mess afterwards. Once you have it cut, you can start winding it around your wreath frame. So what I did is I just tied it in a knot to start it, and then I just started winding it around. And you're going to have to play with this a little and pull it along so that it covers the whole frame. You want to make sure you're getting this as tight as possible. It's okay if some pieces hang over. We are making a mummy, and it looks good when it's all sort of just kind of laying around. Then I got to that end piece, and I also tied it off in a knot. You can glue it if you choose. I just took that little extra piece and just kind of tucked it in. And you're going to take the second part of that and wrap it around the other side of the frame. And again, I just started with a small knot and wrapped it around. And when you get to the end of that one, you can just use a little hot glue and glue it on instead of tying it if you don't have enough left. And I didn't have enough left to actually tie it, so I just glued it in place. Be careful not to burn yourself. After you have it all wrapped around your frame, and this is why we painted the frame white, because now you can't even see it. You're going to take the other cheesecloth or creepy cloth that you have, and you're going to cut that in half again. And this is when you're going to start winding it around the frame, covering the center of the frame. And you can see the mess it's leaving on the table. This stuff is super cute, but man, does it make a mess. So now that you have that cut, you can start, like I glued this piece to start, and then just start wrapping it around the frame, crisscrossing it, however you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want to make it perfect. You're making a mummy. And again, like I always say, crafting is never perfect. It's supposed to be creative. And then I just glued that piece on, and I just continued on with the rest of the cloth that I had. I took 2, I cut them both in half, and so it took me 3 halves to make this. And I actually had extra left over, and that's how I made the mummy the ghost on the spring in my other video. I used the leftover from this project. So you're just going to continue wrapping all the way around till you get the whole wreath frame covered. You play with it, pull it, and, put it in any position that you want. So once you have that all done, you're going to take those eyes that you had, and you're going to slide them in to the creepy cloth. So you're going to have it in between the back and the front of the creepy cloth. So you're going to kind of find the position that you want them in, make sure that they fit good, pull a little space between the eyes so you can see where you want it. Just kind of play with it until you get it to look the way that you want. So I thought it looked pretty good like that. So now I'm going to take one out and glue it. And I add some hot glue to it. Then I'm just going to slide it back into the spot that I had it in. And basically it's going to stick to the other side of the creepy cloth. So you want to make sure that you're pulling the creepy cloth tight enough that when you put these on, they don't flop around. As you can see, I made sure it was, glued tightly on the back. And then you're going to add your bat up in your top corner or your spider or whichever you choose. And I got the ones with the clips, so it just clipped on. I hope you guys liked this project. It was super cheap to make and super fun. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to sprinkle. And I hope I inspired you to make your own.